So good morning all of you. So I have started your last chapter of syllabus of class 10 syllabus, that is the judiciary. Under that I have discussed the Supreme Court. Okay, so in this I have already discussed with you people the Supreme Court composition, the qualification of the judges of the Supreme Court, then appointment. Okay, then I have discussed the independence of judiciary from executive and legislature, that we people have done. Okay, now today open your book, page number 202, children. In that we will discuss jurisdiction and powers of the Supreme Court. What are the different powers which are being exercised by the Supreme Court in giving the judgment? What a court does? Give judgment. Similarly, Supreme Court also give judgment. Okay, so jurisdiction and power. What do you mean by jurisdiction? Jurisdiction means the capacity of a court to give justice is called jurisdiction. Okay, so what are the various kinds of the category where the Supreme Court gives the justice or judgment? What are the different powers which are being exercised by the Supreme Court are being discussed today. Okay, now under the jurisdiction and powers of the Supreme Court, there are various categories. First is the original jurisdiction. Second is the appellate jurisdiction. Third is the advisory jurisdiction. Fourth is the revisory jurisdiction. Then you have judicial jurisdiction. Then we have court of record. These are the various jurisdictions and powers which are being enjoyed by the Supreme Court of India. We'll start with the first one, which is called original jurisdiction. Okay, now all of you please open your book, page number 202. You see the original. So what I told you, that jurisdiction and powers of Supreme Court हम लोग different categories में पढ़ेंगे. पहला category है original jurisdiction. Okay, first category is original jurisdiction. Now what is original jurisdiction? Original का मतलब क्या होता है? Now try to understand what is original jurisdiction. Original jurisdiction means when any case for the first instant is filed in the Supreme Court itself. वरना होता क्या है, नॉर्मली कोई भी इंसिडेंट हुआ, उसके सपोज केस फाइल होती है, तो केस फाइल पहले लोअर कोर्ट में होती है, डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल पे. अब उस पर जजमेंट आ गई, सपोज उससे लोग सेटिस्फाइड नहीं हुए, तो सेम केस को उन लोग हाई कोर्ट में देते हैं, फिर हाई कोर्ट से वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट में जाता है, एंड सुप्रीम कोर्ट इज द फाइनल कोर्ट ऑफ लॉ, दैट वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस, इज द एपेक्स कोर्ट. बट देर आर सर्टेन केसेस which are being filed for its first instant in the Supreme Court itself. Then that kind of jurisdiction is called original jurisdiction. Now see all of you in the book. Original jurisdiction means, what is the meaning of original jurisdiction? Original jurisdiction means the power to hear and determine a dispute in the first instant. Means that is these cases which cannot be moved in any court other than the Supreme Court. मतलब कि कोई ऐसा dispute हुआ जो जिसके लिए केस फाइल करना है, उस केस को आप सिर्फ सुप्रीम कोर्ट में फाइल कर सकते हैं, not in any other court. Then that power which a Supreme Court enjoys is called original jurisdiction. Means the Supreme Court has the power to enjoy the dispute can be filed for the first instant in the Supreme Court only is called original jurisdiction. Now which are those disputes, which are those cases? 4 things are given in your book. First one, state, सेंटर स्टेट, इंटरस्टेट डिस्प्यूट. जब भी सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट और स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के बीच में डिस्प्यूट वाली सिचुएशन होती है, तो उस डिस्प्यूट वाले वैसे डिस्प्यूट को पहली बार ही सुप्रीम कोर्ट में केस किया जाता है. अगर एक स्टेट गवर्नमेंट का दूसरे स्टेट गवर्नमेंट से डिस्प्यूट होता है, okay, then that case is also for the first instant is filed in the Supreme Court itself. Second is the protection of fundamental rights. We know that Supreme Court issue writs. Writ is issued by the Supreme Court when anyone's fundamental right is get violated. So in case of the protection of the fundamental right, also the case for the first instance is filed in the Supreme Court itself. Third point, transfer of cases from lower court. Okay, now if Supreme Court will find that some cases are filed in the lower court which is not under the jurisdiction of lower court, then Supreme Court will take that court to itself, that particular case to itself. That is another original jurisdiction enjoyed by Supreme Court. Fourth one, इंटरप्रिटेशन ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. यस, इंटरप्रिटेशन मीन्स अगर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में किसी तरीके की चेंज है, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की डेफिनेशन को बदलना है, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में किसी भी तरीके का चेंज करना है, उस तरीके के केसेस और डिस्प्यूट्स हमेशा सबसे पहले सुप्रीम कोर्ट में ही फाइल्ड होते हैं. Okay, now I am turning the camera and I am making you people underline the answers which you people have to learn under the first jurisdiction and powers of Supreme Court, which is called original jurisdiction. All of you please see in your book now. Now see, we have started jurisdiction and powers of Supreme Court. Under this we have started the first jurisdiction, that is original jurisdiction. What is original jurisdiction? Original jurisdiction means the power to hear and determine a case dispute in the first instance, that is those cases which cannot be moved in any other court other than Supreme Court is called original jurisdiction. This is the meaning of original jurisdiction. Now under which cases? The first one is central state or interstate dispute. Okay, now what are the different cases? Under this, the Supreme Court has been given exclusive original jurisdiction in any dispute related to between Government of India and one or more state. Second, between Government of India and any state or state on one side and one or more state on the other side. थर्ड, बिटवीन टू और मोर स्टेट्स. इज इट क्लियर? तो जब भी कोई डिस्प्यूट होता है गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया और किसी वन और मोर स्टेट के बीच में, तो सबसे पहले वो केस कहाँ हायर होगा? सुप्रीम कोर्ट में. सेकेंड, जब भी कोई कॉन्फ्लिक्ट होती है बिटवीन गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एंड एनी state on one side, one or more states on other side, then also Supreme Court enjoys original jurisdiction. Third, between two or more states, if there is any dispute between two or more states, then also the Supreme Court enjoys the original jurisdiction. This much you people have to learn. First category. Okay, now second category, which is protection of fundamental right. The original jurisdiction also extends to cases of violation of fundamental rights of individual, and the court can issue several writs for the enforcement of the rights. Till here. Third category is called transfer of cases from lower court. Article, you need to remember, Article 139A, inserted by 44th Amendment in 1978, the Supreme Court may transfer to itself cases from one or more high court if these involve question of law or cases of great importance. Is it clear? Fourth power under original jurisdiction is interpretation of constitution. All cases where interpretation of the constitution is required can be directly filed in the Supreme Court. Only till here. Is it clear? So children, see, we have completed the original jurisdiction. Now what do you mean by original jurisdiction? Original jurisdiction means the power to hear and determine a dispute in the first instance. It means that those cases which cannot be moved in any other court other than Supreme Court. Which cases? First one, cases related with center state or interstate dispute. Second, cases related with protection of fundamental rights. Third, cases related with transfer of cases from lower court. Fourth, cases related with interpretation of constitution. These are the 4 categories under which Supreme Court enjoys original jurisdiction. Okay, now, so we have completed the first jurisdiction and power of Supreme Court, which is called original jurisdiction. Now we'll start with the second power, that is called appellate jurisdiction. Okay, appellate jurisdiction. Appellate jurisdiction means the power to appeal. Suppose a case is filed in the district court and judgment is given by the district court, but the person or a group of person is not satisfied with the judgment given by the district court. Okay, then it has the power to appeal against the judgment given by district court to the high court. And if still the person is not satisfied with the judgment given by the high court, then it can file a case against the judgment given by high court to the Supreme Court. That power is called appellate jurisdiction. Appellate jurisdiction means the power to appeal against the judgment given by the lower court to the Supreme Court. And this is given by our constitution to the people, that if they are not satisfied with the judgment given by lower court, then they can file a case against the judgment given by lower court to the Supreme Court. So Supreme Court enjoys the appellate jurisdiction. Okay, now see the paragraph of appellate jurisdiction. Appellate jurisdiction means the power to grant special leave to appeal against the judgment delivered by any court in the country. Okay, this is the meaning of appellate jurisdiction. Appellate jurisdiction means the power to grant special leave. Who has the power to grant special leave? Supreme Court. For what it will grant a special leave? Suppose High Court has given a judgment. In that, High Court has given a judgment of to a person, that person is going to be hanged. Okay, that person is going to be hanged after 2 days. Suppose the person who got the judgment to be hanged, if he will file the case in the Supreme Court, then Supreme Court will grant leave to that person, and Supreme Court will say, okay, now after 2 days he is not going to be hanged. When I will look after the case, and if I find him guilty, then only that person is going to be hanged, otherwise not. So who grant the special leave? It is the Supreme Court. Now see all of you in the book, appellate jurisdiction. Appellate jurisdiction means the power to grant special leave to appeal against the judgment delivered by any court in the country. It is a court of appeal, which means that it is a court which may change the decision or reduce the sentence passed by lower court. Then the Supreme Court is the final court of appeal. Till here you people have to underline. Who is the final? Means after appealing in the Supreme Court and the judgment given by the Supreme Court, person cannot appeal to any other court. So Supreme Court is the final court of appeal. So if the question come in exam, which court is the final court of appeal? What is the answer? Supreme Court. Supreme Court is the final court of appeal. Now, like in original jurisdiction, we have studied under what category Supreme Court enjoys original jurisdiction. Now, under the appellate jurisdiction, we have to study under what cases appellate jurisdiction is enjoyed by the Supreme Court. First is constitutional cases. Any cases related with the Constitution, Supreme Court enjoys the appellate jurisdiction. Second is civil cases. Civil cases, whatever kind of the civil cases, divorce case, diary case, such kind of the cases, also Supreme Court enjoys appellate jurisdiction. Criminal cases means somebody has murdered someone, or kind of the fighting or loot or dacoity. These are the criminal cases. Under this also Supreme Court enjoys the original jurisdiction. So there are 3 categories under which Supreme Court enjoys the appellate jurisdiction. Now all of you see in the book and underline how much you people have to write under this. Now see, we are doing appellate jurisdiction. Just now I have explained you the meaning of appellate jurisdiction. What is appellate jurisdiction? Appellate Jurisdiction means the power to grant special leave to appeal against the judgment delivered by any court in the country. It is a court of appeal, which means that it is a court which may change the decision or reduce the sentence passed by lower court. The Supreme Court is the final court of appeal. This is the most important line. Which court is the final court of appeal? The Supreme Court. Till here is the meaning of appellate jurisdiction. Now, what are the category? The first one, constitutional cases. All matters, irrespective of the nature, where a certificate is issued by a high court that it involves an important point of law and need interpretation of the constitution, can be brought before the Supreme Court. Till here. Then second is civil cases. Appeal in civil matters lies to Supreme Court if the High Court certifies. Okay, that case involve a substantial question of law of general importance, that the question needs to be decided by the Supreme Court. Okay, this much. Then criminal cases. You people have to learn. Two types of appeal in criminal cases lies in Supreme Court. Cases without the certificate of the High Court, cases with the certificate of the High Court. Okay. Now, the certificate of the High Court is not required in case of where the High Court has reversed the judgment of acquittal given by lower court and punishment the accused with the death sentence. Second, a case which is withdrawn by High Court from a subordinate court and sentenced the accused to the death. Okay, till here you people have to learn. And tomorrow I am going to start advisory jurisdiction. Okay. Now see children, today I have completed jurisdiction and powers of Supreme Court 2, that is original jurisdiction and appellate jurisdiction. Okay, tomorrow I'll complete this chapter, okay, where I will explain you advisory jurisdiction, revisory jurisdiction and judicial review and court of record. These 4 topics I'll complete, then this chapter will complete. Okay, for today only this much. Thank you children.